Yes, JPU family, welcome to another episode. I want you to listen to these people real quick and then I'll come back.
Right now, Mr. Holness, come down. I'm not talking off a politics perspective. Yeah?
Why Mr. Holness come down?
He do enough now, man. I'm tired of madness them, you hear?
Like, give me an example of one of the madness.
Yeah, me I say, the world see it and know, man. World see it and know, and him name a call upon a lot of things, so I really can't prove all of them something there, but me I feel no fight, you see it? So, he can come down now, you know?
Okay, thank you very much for your information.
Big up yourself.
Well, me not tell a lie, no. You see the labor right, them can go in hell. Because at the end of the day, I don't see what them a do. I be a wickedness, I be a hungry and separation. PNP do a better job in this country.
So don't you see roads building and a lot of malls going up?
Yeah, but all of the road them are doing are where Porsche seems to do that do and leave behind them, take up and do and something with them planned it for do.
Okay, so do you think that the JLP need the PNP to let them do better, or they will do better fearing that the PNP will backlash them, come at them?
Well, me I tell you, so me tell you already, I'm going to tell you again, they will never do a better, PNP will do a better job, because remember, we is for the people.
So clearly you can see that those are two PNP people who are covering their faces because they can't look in the camera and show themselves saying these things. They cannot name their leader and say that he will do a better job than Andew Holness. Like how them name out Andew Holness, them cannot name out them leader. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video is why is it that in this time, it is only the poor people who follow certain politicians in Jamaica, especially those who follow the PNP politicians. Why is it that they're the only ones coming out talking about how they're suffering and how much they're hungry? Let's talk about it, guys. The PNP supporters who are in these poor communities, one thing you can be sure of with them is that they're always going to come out and put back politicians in parliament who are non-performers. And then they come out and lash out at other people and blame other people for their stagnation, their sufferation, and their poor living conditions. Prime example, Wickham McNeil, 5-term MP. They finally found the courage to vote him out in 2020. If you look at the constituency, it is the most underdeveloped constituency in the entire Jamaica. Last time I drove through there. But the people, I've heard PNP people said, the people them don't dislike Wickham. They just got tired of him not performing, tired of their living conditions not improving, tired of their communities in the same deplorable condition decade after decade. As for Mark Golding, those people want to say, I talk about Andrew for come down now and them something. More than likely they're from Mark Golding's constituency. And Mark Golding is out there standing in front of houses that are developing. And he's telling the people that if you put me in leadership of this country, I promise you this many houses and you're going to live comfortable. This is a man who invested in a housing development like the one he's standing in front of over there in Bahamas. But look at his constituency and look at the people's reaction to him when he comes there to look at their living condition. This right here is a century-old building in a Mark Golding's constituency, which collapsed recently. And to this day, Mark Golding has not raised hell to get these people out of this building, demolish it, and get them a safer place to be. All it takes is one little minor earthquake for the entire thing drop down. You have to pick the lift on the building also. But what does he do? Go there with hand pan Kimbo. I wave to the people them and them a worship. These people, same one that come out at about Andrew for come down, they worship people who care about them less. It is definitely a brain defect, It has to be. And these people need to realize that they are their own worst enemy. They are the ones who keep suppressing and oppressing themselves because they cannot identify good leadership, good representation, and go out there and cast their votes and support people who care about them. They know what these people are. They've been representing them. So it's not like they don't know or anybody has a wool over their eyes. They know. But then they come out and vent their frustration on people who had nothing to do with them and their votes and who they choose to represent them. Andew Holness is the Prime Minister, but Andew Holness is not representing these people in the Parliament. They have a representative, and that representative should be seeking to make sure that they can get a trade, get a job, live decent, halfway decent. Because this with the broke down building also. How can Mark Golding have a constituency looking like this? But he's out there as leader of the opposition pushing this magnificent housing development, promising that this is what I'll do if you put me as leader. When you cannot go to the parliament and say, the people I represent are at risk of having a building collapse on them. I need them to be evacuated now and they need a place to live. Mark Golding cannot do that. So he's going to manage our money and put it to good use where housing is concerned. I highly doubt that. Who would ever trust someone like that when this is what their constituency looks like? Makes no sense. You can only judge a person based on the representation that they give now and whether they are a person of their word, right? We know about the fact that Mark Golding promised the PNP workers them the 10 million if them put him there for leader. Them put him there and not one of them can step to him right now and ask him for help with their housing situation, as we him say him would have do with the 10 million is help the workers them who are in need. You understand? So if you are a person who is not of your word and you have not demonstrated that, them say no. You can tell what a leader is going to be by seeing what they do when they're in opposition. When you're in opposition, it's a real test of who you are and what you are. And in opposition, Golding is not showing Jamaica that he will get in government and do anything that makes sense. What has he done as a member of parliament? Somebody tell me. You have to really have a heart to represent people and represent them properly. Because all of me know, when this building collapse or part of the building collapse, you see from me step there so and see children on the building, then can't spend another night in there. There's no way I could have gone my yard and go sleep with children safe in my house, knowing that these kids are on a building that part of it collapsed today. I don't know how they do it, You have to really and truly have a heart to represent people and do a good job at it. So when me hear PNP people, them a cover up them face and come talk about Andew for come down, them need to tell the people them what them put there when nah do nothing and nah make no good representation for them. And them must tell for come down. There are 63 members of parliament getting paid very well. All of una do them job. Una go take off the hat or hide on your face, look them in the face and tell them say they must come down now. Some of these people have 1 foot on a banana peel and one in the grave, and all them life, them do the same thing and make politicians use them, right? And when they look back on their life, they say they know nothing at all no go on for them, but they still cannot break that cycle of being used to do these things. And boy, it is a sad reality for them. Very sad. Anyway, guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Keep it locked here. Make sure you're subscribed. Invite your friends to this channel. Make sure that you're tuning into the live broadcast, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.
So I was very impressed with what I saw when I visited the last time. That you were trying to put together a studio right in the middle of Lime Tree Day. Some youths could have decided to get involved, as there are many youngsters who have gotten involved. But you have decided that music is your part, the creative stream is your part. And I like the fact that with little resources, you have built a studio, you have a computer, you have your booth, and you have some equipment. That's good. But you did say to me that you would like a proper laptop, not just a laptop, a proper laptop, right? With all the specs to do editing, music editing, and I suspect video editing as well. So we went out. I'm not going to tell you how much this costs, but but this is about 2 or 3 times the cost of the ordinary laptop. So I hope it is the right one. I hope it will help you in what you plan to do. Right? I should leave it up to you.
Very great.
That's your gift. To see if it is the right thing. Right? But I have a little task for you. Open it up, man. Let me see if it's the right thing and if it is good.
You have a lot of tools out there.
Yes.
But you know it takes a lot of promotion to see anyway.
Yes.
Promotion with funds, as you can see a video with gone. How much views? 60 ad?
30,000 views. That's big.
Yeah.
So you shoot the video? You pay to get it done? Okay. So this is your song? And you are King Asir. And the song's name is Pressure.
You get in there.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Nice. Bless.
Yeah. Yeah.
16 big, yeah. Bless.
Respect all the time. And everybody enjoy this.
Bless. So you guys will be making some more music.
All the time. Right through.
Bless.
Until we get here.
So it's actually one like this you had before. So you wanted one. Okay. Okay, so you asked for the upgraded one. Okay. Okay. Good. Well, I'm going to look forward to some of your music. And if I have any work to produce anything or making a little jingle, or we're in the season we make songs.
Yes.
So we'll link you. All right?
Yes, man.
All right, blessings.
Yes.
Keep on the good path. All right? And I'm looking forward to say, yeah, I knew you went before your boss. All right. Bless.